The Best Offer, also known in the UK as Deception, 2013 film from director Giuseppe Tornatore, known mostly for Cinema Paradiso, stars Geoffrey Rush, Jim Sturgis, Sylvia Hux and Donald Sutherland, and is a mixture of drama, thriller and romance. The film follows Mr. Oldman, played brilliantly by Rush, who is an auctioneer and an art appraiser. Highly respected in his profession, very posh, very elegant and strict, sort of really high class, but also, you know, has trouble with maintaining personal relationships with people, particularly with women. One day he gets a call from a young lady who introduces herself as an heiress to a large villa in town filled with artwork, which she wants appraised after the death of her parents. She insists on Oldman being the appraiser, him personally, not any of his assistants, not any of his friends. Oldman is initially very reluctant because he's a busy man, and especially after the lady misses her first appointment and essentially wastes his time. But eventually his curiosity gets the best of him, and he takes the job, despite the fact that the lady herself is still seemingly a ghost. She never appears in person, she always handles business through phone calls or middlemen. And so Oldman becomes fascinated not just with her art that he finds in the villa. He sort of becomes interested in this mysterious new person in his life as well. So I thought it was a great film. The key thing that it does is it manages to stay surprising and engaging and emotionally involving throughout its entire runtime. You think you know where it's heading, and then it surprises you, and then it does that several more times. I believed in the characters, which is definitely partly good writing, but partly also great performances. Rush is terrific as Oldman, and it's a very layered performance because he's this sort of really specific type of person on the outside, and then there's all the stuff going on below the surface behind the sort of grumpy mask. And I think he manages to sell all of that. Sylvia Hux was interesting to me because I saw her before in Blade Runner 2049 and in the Apple TV series called C, where she plays characters that are sort of similar to one another, and this one is very different though, and it really shows that she's got range. I love the score from Ennio Morricone. I did think it was reminiscent of one of his previous ones. I think it's Once Upon a Time in America, but I'm not quite sure. In any case, he does seem to borrow some musical cues from himself, but he does that quite well. And then, you know, the way that the movie ends and reveals what it's actually been all along, it's at the same time riveting and heartbreaking. It managed to surprise me there once again, even though I had some suspicions early on, and then they were put to rest by how the narrative is built to conceal the big reveal at the end. I liked it. I think it's a very good movie.